Y Combinator is shaking up the seed investing world by 4xing the amount of money they're giving to startups, and that's got a lot of seed investors freaking out. Y Combinator, basically like the first incubator, certainly the most successful, certainly the most exclusive, certainly like the best kind of incubator accelerator on the planet. I don't even think it's close. They announced that now instead of giving $125,000 for 7% of the company of the startups that joined the program, they're now going to add another $375,000, bringing it to a total of $500,000. So way back in the day when Y Combinator first started, they only gave you $20,000. Here, Brian Chesky, co-founder of Airbnb, says when we did Y Combinator, we got $20,000. But the same deal always applied. Y Combinator would give you a chunk of money, and then in exchange for that, they would get some equity. I think it might have always been 7% equity. And then you join a 13-week accelerator program where you have mentors that work full-time for Y Combinator. You know, many of these are former tech entrepreneurs, VCs, etc. And they're going to work with these startups. They go through different batches. And they're going to work with the batch of startups on everything, right? On their business model, on their product positioning, on, you know, how they pitch to investors, right? They're going to bring in expert speakers like former alums of YC, like a Brian Chesky, and other, you know, famous and very wealthy now entrepreneurs and investors to talk and mentor and make connections with these startups. It's a very exclusive program to get into. They only accept, you know, a few % of all the startups that apply to the program, even after drastically increasing the number of startups that they accept into the program, which we've covered previously on the show. If Y Combinator had a CEO, it'd be this guy right here, Michael Siebel. He was the one that really said, hey, you know, I want Y Combinator to be more like a state school rather than an Ivy League university. So they drastically increased the number of startups that they accept into the program. So now, even after drastically increasing the number of startups they accept into the program, now they are 4xing, right? From $125,000 to $500,000, the amount of money that they give each startup that goes through the program. But we have some YC alum in Applico, and so we asked them, hey, how do you feel about this? And so this is the founder perspective. And the answer was a resounding, wow, this is awesome. When some of our folks were going through YC, they were giving out like $120,000, $125,000 for 7% equity. And, you know, some of the feedback we got, you know, when you're in Y Combinator, you're pretty much locked into their schedule, right? So at the end of the 13-week program, you do your demo day. When you do your demo day, that's when all the investors come, watch your presentation, and basically start offering you more money. You can either pitch and begin raising on demo day, whether you're ready or not, or you can defer to the next batch's demo day, which you might not have enough runway for. So you might run out of money if you wait another 3 months, 4 months, because there's a little bit of a gap in between. So he said the really cool thing about this is they're giving you the $500,000 up front. In exchange for $125,000, they still get 7%. None of that's changed. The other $375,000, though, is a sweetheart deal. On your next fundraise, whatever your next fundraise is, YC will take the $375,000 and value that equity for $375,000 at your next funding, right? So you go raise money at the demo day, your valuation is much higher than what the equivalent of $125,000 for 7% is, which is like a $1.8 million valuation if you do the math, right? So you have about a $1.8 million valuation. You're giving up 7%, which is a nice chunk, for $125,000, but you get to be in Y Combinator, which is a very big deal. And then they're now saying, here, I'm going to give you another $375,000, not when you finish demo day, but when you join the program, right? With the understanding that we will figure out what that $375,000 gets me, Y Combinator, in terms of equity valuation, based upon the terms of your next fundraise, right? It's awesome. That's what one of our team members was saying, right? So, wow, this is great. They give you the money up front which gives you that flexibility to say, hey, do I want to raise at the demo day right after my 13-week period ends? Or maybe I need a little bit more time. I want to get a little bit more traction, maybe make a little bit more progress on my kind of initial product or MVP, and then raise at the next demo day, right? So it's giving more optionality, more flexibility to founders. Now, obviously, who's grumpy about this are the investors. And that's the title of the Informations article, which is true, that I don't know if it sparks fear in seed investors. I mean, the truth of the matter is that a lot of these startups were raising, $1-2 million seed rounds coming out of the YC program at like 10, 12, sometimes more valuations, right? So giving up, call it 10 to 20% dilution in their seed round, raising $1 to $2 million at very high seed round valuations, right? But they're coming out of YCombinator, so they get that valuation bump. What this is doing is it's giving more time to the startup to optimize when they raise, and it's giving them some more cash. It's basically just dry powder, which is going to give the startups more leverage. So what's this going to do? YCombinator startups are just going to have more leverage over seed investors. And seed investors will probably have to increase the valuation even beyond the frothy valuations that they're providing in today's tech investing environment, which is insane right now. So it'll give them even more leverage, right? They'll say, well, I don't need as much money anymore because I now just got an extra $375 from Y Combinator. And they could maybe raise a little bit later, just give them more leverage with investors, make sure that when they do go out to raise, they're really maximizing the value that they can capture from the investors. So yeah, it gives more leverage to the startups. These seed investors, I mean, there are entire seed investment firms that I know, and all they do, like their investment pitch to their LPs, the whole pitch is, yeah, we only invest in Y Combinator startups. Like that's the strategy. Hey, you give me your money, LP, right? So investor, you give your money to my seed investor fund, and I have relationships with Y Combinator, and therefore I'm going to cherry pick the best startups out of the Y Combinator batch. But think about that. Who's really doing the most work in that situation? Is it the seed fund, which is just picking from the startups that Y Combinator has combed through literally hundreds or thousands of startups to figure out who goes into the accelerator? And then the accelerator is mentoring and working and growing and nurturing these startups? Or is it then the seed investor who's saying, well, I'm just going to look at the 100 or so startups in the batch and then invest in a few of those, right? So who's really creating more value? I think it's pretty easy to see. So these seed investor funds that, I mean, there are a bunch of them, and this is their whole strategy. Yeah, we only invest in YC startups. That's the strategy. And they've been successful. They've been successful raising money from LPs, and they've been successful investing in Y Combinator vetted startups. So I don't see anything wrong with this. I think this is a good thing. I think founders, it is so hard to be a founder. It's got to be one of the hardest things on the planet. It is extremely difficult. The stress that you will go through as a founder is, it's second to none. You can see that the founder stories are real if you want to look at some of my white hairs here to prove it. The stress is insane. I've talked a little bit about it on the show, but we're going to be doing some more videos talking about, some of those really do or die moments. So hit the subscribe button if you want to be alerted for when those come out. Yeah, give them some extra money. Yeah, the old YC days, you got $20,000. I mean, it's funny. You go read through the comments on this. How long did you all make $20,000 last in the Airbnb early days? They asked Brian Chesky, Airbnb co-founder. He says 3 months. It was a simpler time, he says. Another comment that I thought was funny. And Aaron Levy, co-founder of Box, and servers used to cost 100x more, right? So you got less money, and the infrastructure, just all the stuff to get a business going, was 100 times more expensive. Then this guy goes, inflation. Nailed it. Inflation's only going to keep going up. You can go watch some of our other videos on that topic. I just love all the inflation comments on this. Inflation 20K then is 500K now. I don't think it's that aggressive of inflation, but yes, inflation is a real issue. And good for Y Combinator to really put this forward. The irony in all of this is that you got Michael Siebel here in the summer basically saying, hey, we want to be more like a state university. Well, I mean, the kind of money they're giving these startups, that's Harvard money. That's Ivy League kind of scholarship endowment money. That's not state school money. They got state school amount of participation in allowing startups into the program with Ivy League money. Maybe it's the best of both worlds. Certainly the feedback we've gotten from founders at Applico, YC alums, are very bullish on this and said, wow, that would have been great if I had that. And it's true. It would have been great. But this is a really good thing. It's good for the startups. It's good for the founders. Y Combinator will also benefit. Let's not, ignore that fact. This is how they make their money, is not only getting the equity for the 7% exchange up front, but then also putting in more money in follow-on stages. And they've raised hundreds of millions of dollars to do exactly that. Hi, I'm Alex. Thanks for watching the show. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, but even better, make sure to follow us on Odyssey, follow us on Rumble, and text us, 203-646-5159. Text the word Monopoly. You'll be subscribed. You'll get updates about when we're going live, our latest videos, and we'll send you even a little goodie bag. And in the event that we all get banned from big tech, we'll still be connected.